Yeah, man, it's deep, man. The birth certificate printed on bond paper with a QSIP number. You know, tradable derivatives floated on the open market, stock market. You know, and if you've been in trouble majority of your life like me, your shit probably up there. Your shit worth some cash. Your shit worth something. You know what I mean? You get married, that Joan get dealt with. You know what I mean? That's anytime you sign your name, date of birth, social security number, man. All right. In bank, okay. In bankruptcy, only creditors have rights. In a nutshell, as a debtor, it is impossible for you to access constitutional rights. They are reduced to mere privileges, which are licensed, regulated, and can be altered, amended, and changed to meet whatever the popular, the particular, or special needs of government for whatever whim. Excuse me. And taking away your home, your car, taxing your labor, or locking you up for violating any of the 60 million plus legislative created debtor codes and statutes they have on the books today happens to meet the needs of the government. It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize who the loser will be. Because you're born into this shit, man. Shit's crazy, man. Okay, it's going to get into it. We about to get into it. Um, is there really a remedy? That's where we at in this joint now. Um, is there really a remedy to what has been done? Quite simply, yes. There is one way, and one way only, you can protect yourself, your family, and your property from this public obligation. The only unbreakable contract in existence in the world today is a UCC1 financing statement. I feel fortunate to have one on the books. And that's what y'all need to start researching that. You know what I mean? Seriously, all jokes aside, you know, only through filing a UCC1 financing statement and accepting for value your birth certificate and executing a lien upon the governmentally created all caps letter name by you in your proper birth given name as the secured party and listing anything and everything you own, will own, or possibly ever could own as collateral in the security agreement, you effectively and permanently remove yourself from the status of a debtor to that of a creditor and actually own property. Have access to enforceable constitutional rights by filing a UCC1 financing statement. You become an actual creditor with standing in law and acquire the ability to stake a claim upon which relief can be granted and not have the fruits of your labor taxed. Simply follow simply following up the UCC1 financing statement with a public notice and declaration depositum declaration, you can, as a creditor, acquire and access actual original jurisdiction constitutional rights that can be enforced. With a UCC1 financing statement, everything you have is pledged and owned by the state. Without a UCC1 financing statement, everything you have is pledged and owned by the state. You merely are the owner of the property and must use that property in strict compliance with all the rules and regulations established by the state. If acquiring original jurisdictional, no, if acquiring actual original jurisdiction constitutional rights and having the ability to own property free from government controls and the ability to earn a living without taxation interest you, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by executing that document without delay. It's important for me to let y'all know that they don't make this shit easy, first of all. I know when I was doing mines, these motherfuckers was acting like they ain't know what the fuck shit was, acting stupid. And I'm just saying, like, maybe some of them didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. But this is how deep that Joan go, man. You know what I mean? You really gotta, like, and just, so y'all don't make the same mistake I made, man, because I felt like, I had a, I was racing against time, and I made some mistakes, man, that I gotta track down now. I sent my shit to the wrong place. But the UCC one is on file, and I got my copies and all that. I got copies of everything that I did. The financing statement, the lien against, yeah, all that shit I just said. I got all that. You dig? I just sent my shit to the wrong place. So I got to go ahead and deal with that shit again. You know what I mean? Or just go ahead and get on that e-way. And by now, they done probably threw that shit away, because it is what it is. But, I know what to do. Anyway, where was I at? Okay. Okay, yeah. Only through filing a UCC-1 financing statement and security agreement and then executing a public notice and declaration depositum declaration, it is possible for anyone to legally access constitutional rights. To try and break this down even further, few people truly understand the words slave and slavery. The biggest benefit in filing a UCC-1 financing statement is that you would no longer be a slave. The fact is, most dictionaries fail to provide an accurate definition of the words slave and slavery. Even Webster's 1828 edition of the English language dictionary fails in its attempts to define the true meaning of the word slavery. Slave, a person who is wholly subject to the will of another. Slavery is not a matter of being totally 100% subject to the will of another. Any person who is to any degree involuntarily subject to the will of another is still a slave. There are no degrees of slavery. The second part of the second definition of slave provided by Webster's 1828 edition is one who surrenders himself to any power whatsoever which is closer to the real point. The Uniform Commercial Code governs all commercial transactions in the United States. Any person, including government, corporations, agencies, etc., involving the sale of goods, commercial paper, bank deposits, collections, letters of credit, bulk transfers, warehouse receipts, bills of lading, investment securities, and secured transactions. And it's all right here. I just showed it to you. It's governed by the UCC. The form of Uniform Commercial Code is adopted by all states. The A form of Uniform Commercial Code is adopted by all states. To comply with the Uniform Commercial Code in your state, a UCC-1 financing statement must be filed with the Secretary of State by any person who makes a claim against any other person in the area of commerce. All government agencies, city councils, state and federal operate in commerce, and all of them, including the Internal Revenue Service, are private corporations. All courts operate in commerce. All banks operate in commerce. All corporations operate in commerce, and all of these entities exist financially because we are their collateral. They borrow on our credit. Oh, man. That's 8 pages, man. I'm gonna leave it there, man. But hey, man. Hopefully, some of this information that I read to y'all today, man. Hit somebody hard. Like a sucker punch to the temple. I'm hoping that's how it hits you. Because this information is out there, man. This information is out there, man. And anything you heard and you don't believe it's factual, look it up. I told you at the beginning, man, to praise my content, man. Peace, love, and light, man. Y'all be easy.